What do you got for me? Yeah, what do you got for me? Baby, would you stand and fight?
Well, I the way I put it on the podcast, what does that say about his judgment when he endorsed her? And now he's back in and we're all supposed to just forget that?
And let's be honest, he was at like 5% in the polls. This isn't somebody that was leading the race and decided
Right.
to do this. The Democrats are trying to fix this race. The Democrats are trying to influence it. And it, for a party that's always out there talking about democracy and, let the people decide, that's not what's happening here within their party and their party leadership. They don't want the people to decide because the people, it looks like on the left, are going to select somebody that maybe some of that inter-party leadership doesn't want at the top of their ticket. So they're trying to stop that. And
Yeah.
it's just wrong.
It's the way I put it, and you can agree or disagree with me. I don't expect you to agree with me, but the way I put it, it's not even a political party anymore. It's more akin to an organized crime syndicate. The way they are organizing to rig their own primary election. It's not like they're rigging our election. They're rigging their own primary election. It's like Evers is a mafia boss just putting out orders, and they're all supposed to just follow them.
The last major partisan election we had in this state, when the Democrats and the Republicans went to the polls, was the 2024 presidential election, where you had Harris on the ballot that nobody here voted to put on the ballot when they voted in the primary earlier in 2024.
That is a great point. It is becoming a trend with them. And I mean, I said it on the podcast the other day too, this idea that unfortunately the JFK types of Democrats are long gone. The only ones left are these just lunatics.
Well, we live on the western side of the state, you and I, where we've seen that change, where we've seen these rural conservative Democrats that realize that the party has left them, and now they're voting for the Republican Party. They're voting conservative because it represents their values. And that's what Donald Trump has been able to really tap into on the western side of the state. That's why we see it's the western side of the state where the fastest growth has been for the Republican Party. And that's why I think that we need to have someone like me on the ticket with Tom Tiffany, because I will help us in the western side of the state, coming from this group that has been showing up for Trump, but it hasn't always turned out at the same numbers in the off-year elections. And we need to make sure that we reelect Derek Van Orden. We need to make sure that we elect our ticket. And I think it helps to have someone from the western side. And I would say this too, I'm out of the 5 offices for statewide office on the Republican side, I am the only one from western Wisconsin. For any of the 5 offices, I am the only candidate. And so I think that's important too, that we need to have a ticket that represents our state with people from different parts of our state.
No, that is a great point. I'm glad you said it too, because another thing that I will add to that is not only the Western Wisconsin values that you have, but just the common sense and the decency. We're really missing that in politics these days. And I think you and Tom Tiffany as well, there's just common sense and decency. We can bring that back into Madison again. It will take time because culture shifts like that take time. But I mean, you and Tom will be a great start to getting common sense back in Madison.
I want you